Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber CISSP Prepcast. This series helps you prepare for the ISC Squared CISSP exam with focused explanations and practical context. In today's episode, we'll be discussing configuration management and continuous integration and continuous deployment, commonly referred to as CI/CD pipelines. These two practices form the backbone of modern, secure software engineering. Configuration management ensures that systems are deployed consistently and operate with known secure settings, while CI/CD pipelines automate the process of integrating and deploying code, improving delivery speed and reducing risk. Together, they support reliable, efficient, and secure software delivery. As a future certified information systems security professional, understanding these topics is key to managing risks in development environments and supporting the secure operation of your organization's infrastructure. Let's begin by defining configuration management. Configuration management is the systematic administration of system settings, software versions, and environment parameters. Its goal is to ensure that systems remain consistent, compliant, and secure throughout their life cycle, from initial provisioning through to updates and eventual retirement. Effective configuration management involves establishing a baseline configuration, essentially a trusted, approved set of settings and software versions. This baseline acts as a reference point for all future deployments and updates. Once defined, configuration management ensures that any deviations from the baseline are either approved through change control or flagged for investigation. Configuration management also supports incident response and troubleshooting. When a problem occurs, knowing exactly how a system was configured helps analysts determine whether a misconfiguration contributed to the issue. It supports accountability, reduces drift, and enables fast recovery by enforcing consistent environments. Configuration errors are one of the most common sources of security vulnerabilities. Whether it's an open database port, a disabled encryption setting, or default credentials left unchanged, configuration missteps can expose organizations to preventable risk. Understanding configuration management fundamentals ensures that your systems are resilient, predictable, and aligned with security expectations. Let's now talk about CI/CD pipelines. Continuous integration and continuous deployment refer to practices that automate the integration of code changes, testing, delivery, and deployment of software applications. In continuous integration, developers merge their changes into a shared repository multiple times a day. Each integration triggers automated builds and tests to ensure that the changes work as expected and don't introduce new vulnerabilities or functionality regressions. Continuous deployment takes it a step further by automatically deploying validated code to staging or production environments. The goal is to create a seamless, automated path from code commit to production release, reducing manual errors and speeding up delivery. CI/CD pipelines are made up of several components, including build automation tools, test automation frameworks, artifact repositories, deployment scripts, and monitoring systems. These components work together to provide a repeatable and scalable method for releasing software. Security is deeply tied to CI/CD. When implemented properly, pipelines enforce consistent testing, ensure compliance with secure coding standards, and detect vulnerabilities early in the development cycle. When left unsecured, however, pipelines can be exploited to inject malicious code or compromise the integrity of builds. Understanding CI/CD pipeline fundamentals helps organizations reduce cycle times, increase agility, and maintain control over code quality and security. Now let's walk through effective configuration management practices. Start by documenting your baseline configurations. This includes system hardening guides, approved operating system builds, required security controls, and default parameters. Use frameworks like the Center for Internet Security Benchmarks or NIST recommendations to define secure baselines. Next, use automated configuration management tools like Ansible, Chef, or Puppet. These tools allow you to define configurations as code, apply them consistently across environments, and detect drift over time. Conduct regular configuration audits. Compare current settings to your baselines to identify unauthorized or accidental changes. Enforce a change control process to ensure that all configuration updates are reviewed, tested, and documented. Use version control for your configuration scripts and deployment templates. This allows you to track changes over time, revert to known good states, and investigate any unexpected behaviors with a complete audit trail. Finally, train your teams. Developers, system administrators, and DevOps engineers should all understand secure configuration principles, the tools in use, and how configuration management supports broader security and compliance goals. For more information on CISSP certification and other valuable cybersecurity education resources, please visit cybersecurity.org. You'll find best-selling books, training tools, and resources tailored specifically for cybersecurity professionals. Also, there are other podcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Let's now discuss how to securely manage CI/CD pipelines. Start by integrating automated security testing into your pipelines. Use static application security testing, or SAST, for code-level vulnerability detection. Use dynamic application security testing, DAST, for runtime testing. For context-aware detection, integrate interactive application security testing, or IAST. Next, ensure that your pipeline components are secure. This includes securing your artifact repositories, source control platforms, build servers, and deployment tools. Use encrypted communication, enforce strong authentication, and apply strict access control. Regularly audit your pipelines. Validate that pipeline scripts and configurations are secure. Check that logging, monitoring, and security scanning tools are operational and producing actionable alerts. Use deployment gates and security checkpoints. These are automated checks that halt deployment if certain conditions are not met, such as failing security scans, unapproved dependencies, or unreviewed code. Document your pipeline architecture and policies. Define roles, responsibilities, escalation paths, and expected outcomes. This clarity supports operational excellence and prepares your team to respond quickly when something goes wrong. Now let's look at the security controls that support pipeline and configuration management. Begin by deploying integrated tools that connect your code repositories, build environments, scanners, and testing frameworks. These integrations allow for end-to-end visibility and automation across your software delivery process. Use secure artifact repositories to store and distribute build outputs. These repositories should verify signatures, enforce access control, and scan packages for known vulnerabilities. Apply strong access control to every component of the pipeline. Use identity federation or centralized identity management to enforce consistent roles, authentication methods, and permissions. Conduct vulnerability assessments and penetration testing. These should cover your development environments, deployment configurations, and supporting infrastructure. Validate that your pipeline can't be subverted by malicious code or unauthorized users. Prepare for incidents. Document your response procedures, conduct drills, and maintain backups of key pipeline components and configuration files. If a build system is compromised or a configuration is misapplied, rapid recovery depends on proper preparation. Let's finish with continuous improvement in configuration and pipeline management. These are not static practices. They must evolve in response to changing technology, business needs, and threat landscapes. Review your pipeline configurations regularly, update your security tools, adjust scanning thresholds, and optimize your testing cadence based on performance metrics and observed risks. Analyze incidents and failures. If a misconfiguration leads to an outage or security breach, perform a thorough root cause analysis and adjust your practices accordingly. Engage cross-functional teams. Configuration and pipeline management affect developers, testers, operations, and security. Collaboration ensures that everyone has visibility and shared accountability. Provide continuous training. Ensure that new team members understand your tools, policies, and practices. Offer refreshers to existing team members as processes evolve. Thank you for tuning in to the CISSP Prepcast by Bare Metal Cyber. Visit baremetalcyber.com for additional episodes, comprehensive CISSP study resources, and personalized certification support. Strengthen your understanding of configuration management and CI/CD pipelines, and will consistently support your journey towards CISSP certification success.